There we go. I think it's live. Just ripping the band-aid off. Ah well, it's casual. It's just a casual stream. It ain't serious. Get some music playing. It's not a serious stream. How's my audio levels? Probably okay, I hope. If the music's too loud, somebody will tell me. Oh, this is still open. Alright. Oop, that is OBS. There we go. Have some fitting music. Okay. I got my headphones on backwards. I should probably open up the stream chat so it's like right there. Ooh, can I like... Ooh, that's huge. Get rid of that. Let's do it from here. Pop-up chat. Where are ya? Pop-up chat. There you are. Lovely. And I can just put that right here. My mouse is highly malfunctioning these days, which is unfortunate. But, I'll have to buy a new mouse, actually. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. How does that look? That look good? Oh, that's perfect. I can see the chat if anybody comes in. This drawing's a little bit old, but it's okay for practice. I'm gonna use my phone to check out what's happening. Hey, the test stream actually showed up. Cool. Nobody else can see it. I'm just talking to myself. Hello, Olympian nerd. I like that. Is nerdiness an Olympic sport now? I would compete. I would compete, and I wouldn't win, actually. I like to think I'd win, but I wouldn't. So I think I want to try... I'm gonna try maybe oil paint first? Oil paint looks alright. What is this? Bit husky. It's not particularly solid. I like solid lines. Oil paint. Yeah, I can adjust the amount of paint. How's that any difference from brush size? Density of paint? Probably pretty density. Pretty dense. Olympic gods and Greek myth? Oh, Olympian nerd. Oh, I get it now. Okay, I haven't actually studied any Greek mythology, like at all. I know nothing about it. Okay, there should be a zoom in button. This, I'm assuming. Zoom in, yes. Let's start with the face. It's good to always start with the face. I don't think I need to be this far in. And back to brush. Is that a pen? No, I don't want pen, I want brush. Probably. How's this look? That looks alright. It's a pretty crazy variation there. I might want a little bit bigger though. 12? Yeah, 12. Well, 12 might be a bit much actually. And we'll go for it. I'm gonna zoom in a bit more, because I have messy inking skills. I'm not used to drawing on a tablet like this. This is really weird. Incredibly weird. I'm gonna move the microphone just a little bit closer. Okay. So how are you, Olympian nerd? Enjoying Olympias? It's called Olympias, right? Athens? That's really thick. Well, I just like, there's too much pushing down on the... I'm keeping up the spirit. I'm doing my best. I'm learning inks. So it's a bit weird. Color change. Well, how's it different? Looks the same as oil paint. Oh no, it's a bit different. Okay. I'll just go with size 10. And I keep moving my my thing. So let's do it light. Let's start light. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I need to figure out the shortcut. And then I need to attach that to my mouse to make this easier. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I just need to change the pressure sensitivity. Or just get used to it. Like this, maybe? It's so weird doing with pressure sensitivity. Everything's crazy. What happened to good old pencil and paper? Wow, my music is actually like popping through on top of the chat. Let's not do that. There we go. Okay, I just noticed I am on the right layer. So thank goodness for that. I guess I'll put the eyes on a different layer. Ideally, I should have done the eyes first, so that I wouldn't have to deal with multiple layers. Because I am a complete newbie at this. You know, I should just... Because I want to have kind of a messy style. I like those kind of sketchy styles that don't necessarily line up all the inks. They just make it look pretty. I'd love to master that sort of style. But right now, these line thicknesses are all over the place at the moment. Oof. Oh well, once I finish the head, I'm gonna remove the pencils and just see how it looks, see if this is like the pen that I want to use. At the moment, I'm not entirely sure about this pen. The line variation's a little bit much, and I'm not used to the pressure sensitivity of it. There, I got that right. I got the pressure sensitivity there right. Can't talk. Oh my gosh. Is it the Pepsi I had? Is the Pepsi messing up my speech patterns? I like to think that this is going well. It's not. Yeah, I love this music is from my absolute favorite show in the world. It's from a show called Aria, and that's the character I'm drawing right now is the main character of Aria. So I figured I'll play Aria music while I draw Aria's main character. Ooh, let's try and keep that consistent. Ooh. Oh, that's so weird. Pressure sensitivity is crazy. Hello. Ooh, I see 3 people now. I don't know how many people are actually watching the stream. Maybe I should pull it up. I see 3 people in the chat though. That's cool. Hey, can I see from here? Do I get to see how many people are watching? 6 people. It tells me messages per minute. 1.5. YouTube's added so much stuff since the last time I used the streaming service. I haven't streamed on YouTube in eons. I tried it from Twitch a couple times. I tried it from, you know, the old live stream website. Does anybody remember the actual old live stream website? I don't think anybody uses that anymore. Oh, that's so messy. Okay, I need that to be heavier. Yeah, I don't know if I like this pen. Oof. Maybe I just need to adjust the settings of it a little bit. But it's rubbing me the wrong way a tiny bit. Let's just finish the head. And then I can make a new layer and try a different one. I'd like something without the pressure sensitivity. So I can just draw the way I usually do. Oh, what I used before Clip Studio Paint? Pencil and paper? I used pencil and paper for a long time. And then I started using Photoshop. But Photoshop has like 0 line variation. Or if it does have line variation, I don't know, I don't like the brushes, any of them. And then I heard that this was just overall better for inking. So I got it. I already love it a bajillion times more than Photoshop CS6. But there's a lot that I have to learn for sure. Let's not do that line. Oopsie, I bumped the button. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. What did I bump? I bumped open page. Well, I don't see a page open, so let's just quickly. Yeah, it's pretty messy. And the lines, the variation in the size of the lines makes absolutely no sense. But I guess it's okay. Maybe I just need to adjust the settings on my tablet itself. You do pixel art? I could never do pixel art. Never, ever. Like, do you do it 1 pixel at a time? Is that actually how it's done? Well, actually, I can't think of any other way it'd be done. So I'm gonna... I'll keep that layer there. Let's make another layer and try something else on top of that one. Where are the layers on this? I can just click here, can't I? Yeah. New layer, raster layer. What do we call it? Inks 2, because I'm super creative. Alright, let's get rid of Inks 1. So it is definitely way... I like it a lot better than Photoshop CS6. I'll say that. But it's just... It really just comes down to me being not used to working on a screen instead of paper. And I'm going to have to get used to that. And find my own way to ink this. I'll show you what I'd like to do. Because what I love to do is kind of a sketchy style. Like, oh, this is going to be a butt to try and erase, but like, I love working like this. But I don't know if that'll actually look good with this. I'll have to find the right brush for it. I'd maybe a really thick brush so that the lines don't come out so thin. Like that. I love the really, really sketchy look. Maybe not quite that sketchy. That's pretty sketchy. But maybe I think I might want to do something like that. But who knows? Alright. Back to brushes. Maybe there's... Because there's inks here. What is this called? Is this inks? It's calligraphy. I have found some pretty crazy things on this for calligraphy. So like this, I think. Hold up. Oh, this isn't it. Yeah, this is it. Look at that. If I shrink it a whole bunch. Maybe to here. Then it automatically makes every line like that. Now that would be terrible. Terrible for inking artwork. But it does autocorrect every line to be smooth, which I love. If I could find something that autocorrects every line to be smooth like that, that would be sick. But then, like, at the same time, it also just would never, ever work. Because watch this. If I try to draw a straight line... Oh, that wasn't very straight. But, like, look, it just completely disappeared. Right around there. Completely gone. Yep, I opened a page again. Don't know what that does still. Like, it has to be super long, but if it's super short, there, it just disappeared. So there's no way that this would, work for inking, which is unfortunate because I'd love something that just autocorrects the smoothness of everything I do. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around here. So I don't do calligraphy, so I'm not gonna use that. Gonna have to look through some other brushes. I have watercolor brushes. Bunch of watercolor brushes. But I don't know if I want to go watercolor. Whoa. It's weird. Undo. I'll go like this. Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I could do that. Not really what I want. Does that say realistic? Those are more watercolor ones. Thick brushes. Oil paint seems like the best one so far. Oil paint flat brush. Whoa. Brush size. Let's get it back down to 10 or so. And see how this looks. I like the line variation better. The line variation isn't super drastic. They're definitely not solid black lines, but that's not bad. Like, actual inking doesn't necessarily mean that the lines are going to be perfectly solid. This doesn't look that bad. I'll have to see it without the pencil lines, but... I'm kind of liking this one. So, I want to hear from chat. How are you guys doing? Also, let me know if the audio levels in the stream are good. Because I am an audiophile, and I will edit those until they cannot be edited any longer. That's kind of a bad line. Ooh, both those are kind of bad lines. Let's just... I'm gonna have to make sure I press down pretty hard though for some of these, just to make sure the line completes, because right there it kind of disappeared on me. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll look good. You know what we call those little mistakes that we don't fix? Stylistic decisions. Yes, it was intended all along. It's just my style to make mistakes. Yeah, Clip Studio Paint. Loving it so far, but definitely have a lot to learn. That hat looks a little bit weird, but I'll fix that later. Ooh, that should be thicker. Let's do that again. Full thickness. I'm scared to go full thickness because, like, I don't want to scratch my tablet because the screen protector came off of it. It wasn't a very good screen protector, and I haven't gotten a new one. I'll thicken that one up later. Actually, I'll just thicken it up now. Oops. Oh, opened another page in this. What does it do? Open page with new tab. I have no idea what that does, but I keep doing it. I don't know if I'll be finished today, but I'll definitely, like, have tried something new today. This is an interesting brush, actually. I like this brush. I like how it, like, controls. I want the lines from the oil paint brush with the control of this one. But alas, it is like asking for Nintendo to let me map smash attacks on Smash Brothers the way I want. They'll just never give it to me. That said, Clip Studio Paint probably does give it to you. Those are a bit thick. Ah, well. It's a test. Definitely doesn't fill in as well as the other one, but that's okay. That's what paint bucket tool's for, right? I don't want to listen to this time. Whoop. Continuing on the relaxing music. I actually love this sort of stuff. I wish I could sing on more music like this. Super pretty. Alright. Let's do this full hair strand. And then I'll zoom out and take a look at how this brush looks. If there's anyone here who knows how to draw and knows how to use Clip Studio Paint, I am completely open to advice. Yeah, okay. The quick little dashes could show up better. That would be nice. But, it's just really the type of brush it is. Well, I like elements of this brush. Again, don't know if I'd actually use this one. At least not incredibly edited. Alright, let's see how it looks. Zoom out. I know, it's just riveting stream, eh? Absolutely riveting. Far away, you just can't tell. Just can't tell that it's bad. I'm gonna put some white behind it. Make it a little bit easier to see. New layer. New raster layer. I'm gonna call it white. Okay. And I have a fill tool, right? Maybe I don't have a fill tool. Maybe I gotta do max brush size white. Oopsie. I want it behind all these. And I want it to be solid, not whatever that just was. I'm sure that there's a fill tool somewhere, but eh. Yeah, it looks all right. Is it better? Oh wow, I can map them over top of each other. It just looks extra sketchy. I do like that sketchy look, not gonna lie. It looks better than it looks better than each one on its own. So this one I didn't like because it was too wiggly. I couldn't get my straight lines with it. Now I could just practice and do better lines because whatever. But and this one I like because it felt really smooth, but it's also kind of brushy and bits of it kind of go on top of each other. Hey, it's exactly the sort of sketchiness I like. I'm pondering if I should just ink all of my drawings over twice like that. Nah, that's way too much work. If I'm gonna do it sketchy, I'll just do it sketchy with one brush. Alright. But yeah, see, this is what I'm worried about here, is like, it fades away into kind of like a grayish color, and I'd rather it just not did that. So maybe there's a setting that I can do. Let's go to... I was on oil paint flat brush. Amount of paint, 10. Let's try some stuff out. Let's zoom out of here. And we'll go up here. And zoom in. Now, what do we got? I can talk about stuff other than art, guys. If you ask, you can ask questions or say whatever, and I'll just talk while I'm doing art, because it'll be incredibly boring to just listen to me talk about art the entire time. Unless you genuinely want to hear me say things like, what's this? Oh, look at this. I don't like this. Because then this will just be a very dull stream. Which, considering we're already, I don't know, half an hour into it, I've already failed. Okay, density of paint. Ooh. Let's shrink that a little bit. Density of paint 100. Color stretch 100. Amount of paint 100. I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. Nah, it still does it. But if I do this, color change, let's go down to 10. The magic number. Nah, I don't like that. That's ugly. I don't like that at all. Oil paint. Oil paint seems to be the closest thing to what I want. It's just there's so much variation. Is there some way I can remove some of that variation? Because I want like, I don't want it to look like a sperm every time I do this. Or what are those things called? It's some sort of bacteria. I forget the name of it. Yeah, I don't think it's weird. Although, like, I'm not really making a whole lot of progress towards anything, which is the unfortunate bit about this. But I'm learning. It's just, you're probably not going to see this drawing fully inked by the end of this, unless I somehow magically find the brush I love. But, yeah, I think I'll give the oil one a shot. Maybe I can change... If I go into my own settings here... Hold up. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing because I'm going to mess with the tablet for a moment. But I should be able to change... Wait, no, what am I doing? I don't need to go into the tablet menu. I have a tablet button somewhere around here. Hide. Okay. I gotta remember where it is, though. Let's go exploring, boys. And possibly girls. Mysterious, genderless internet people. Launchpad. Do I see the tablet thingy here? Bamboo. No. Here. Do you see the tablet button? No. Did I put it somewhere else? Here it is. Okay. It was just on the dock. I should be able to adjust it here. Stylus pen. Ooh, I can adjust what that button does. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, this is gonna make my life so much easier. What is undo? Edit. Undo is Command Z. So if I go to this, I want it to just be Command Z. Okay. Command Z. Okay. Ah! I'm finding stuff out. Hey, Space Pony! Space Pony. Das! Yeah, it needs to be the undo button. I had it set for that for the Photoshop CS6, but now that I'm on Clip Studio Paint, I gotta switch it to Clip Studios one. Alright, so someone asked a question. What tips do I have for someone who is just starting to draw? I would say, like, first you kind of have to think about what you want to draw and, like, what sort of... You don't really need to think about style right away, but it's nice to have, like, an artist, a specific artist or a specific bunch of artists, or maybe just a specific style that you can look at and say, that's what I want to work towards. That's the sort of thing I'd like to eventually do. And that plan can change, like, further down the line. But, like, you don't have to stick to one plan. But having, like, a specific sort of thing that you can look at and try to work towards is really helpful, I think. Because then you can look at things and say, oh man, I really don't know how I want to draw this table. I keep looking at it, and I don't really know how to do it. Hey, my favorite artist has drawn lots of tables. How did they go through with this? And then you can look at how your favorite artist did that. And I think, like, that helps me. Obviously, you want to look at real life, but being able to have an artist that you really enjoy, that you can... or a bunch of artists that you can reference and see, ooh, that's how they drew that. That's really helpful to me. But that's something that you just kind of keep always in the back of your head when you're working. The first thing, the absolute first thing you want to do when you're learning to draw is learn to draw a little fellow I like to call Bill. Now I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to draw Bill. Let's get a pencil. Now this might not look very good because I'm not used to drawing on this tablet, but come on, brush. Where are you at? Oh, it's set to white. That's why. So it's gonna be super sketchy. This is my good friend Bill. Wow, his arm doesn't look very good. Arm's not looking very good there, Bill. Wave hello, Bill. This is Bill. Doesn't look particularly great, but this is the guy you want to learn to draw when you start drawing. You set up a base, and it doesn't have to look exactly like this. I just quickly sketched this up, but you look up how most people draw their bases, their character bases, and you say, okay, how do I draw this guy in different positions? You can draw him kneeling down. Here he's looking downwards. Man, I do not know how to do this right now on a tablet. I'm trying to do something really complex here. But anyway, I don't know. You draw... this guy's really bad. Forget this guy. But you learn to draw your bases in different positions, and that's really how you start any character. Every single character is just a whole bunch of circles. There's a whole bunch of circles and lines. And then on top of those circles and lines, you put all the details. So it's really easy for me to do a horse, because I drew a lot of horses. But I want to draw a horse, so I just go, here's my horse character. Here's their little bean body. And they've got hooves. And then, like, now that I have this base and all the joints marked out, now I can start adding the details. So, curly tail, wings, little nose. Wow, that's really thick. This guy's got a big nose. So I'd say that the first thing that you want to learn when you start drawing is you want to have something to shoot for, some sort of style to aim for, just to keep yourself kind of on track. Though you remember, you're never gonna get there right away. It's gonna take a long time, and that plan will change a lot. But having this base down, having this base that you can always start with and draw in different positions, immediately makes all your art better. I've seen so many incredible artists who have these spectacular backgrounds and incredible detail, but they don't have this down yet. They don't have their bases down, and as a result, all of their characters, they look kind of wonky. Their limbs don't quite look like they add up. Sometimes they look kind of broken. Sometimes they just don't have good expression. Oh, that's a bit of a different thing entirely. But, like, as long as you have the main base to work on, which is circles, squares, and lines, and you start figuring out your posing early on, it'll just make all your art better. Yeah, Bill. I didn't draw Bill very good today. You should see me draw Bill on pencil and paper. But yeah, there's some really great like images if you just look up like drawing bases online. Not stuff from DeviantArt. Those are weird. But like the stuff, you'll know it's legit if it has a circle. If it's a circle and a plus like that, if it's got the plus in the middle of the circle, you know it's probably a legit one. Someone who knows what they're doing. Because that plus is the sign that they know what they're doing. Most of the time. Alright, I gotta erase all these. Or I'm gonna mess up my inks. Not that the inks were all that great to begin with. Bye, horsey. There's a reason why I do all of my drawing in pencil first. And then I do everything on the computer. Not everybody does that, though. A lot of people just do it straight into the computer. Lucky people. Cut out an entire step. So hopefully that was somewhat helpful. I'm not like a spectacular teacher, but I try. I betcha somewhere in here I still have my favorite reference to use. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, lots of drawings that aren't loading. Pictures. Somewhere in here is a drawing I really like to rep. Here we go. Here's some good stuff. That's not the one I want. It should be this one. I like to reference this for a lot of posing. This one's a bit more detailed. But here's a... That's not it. I guess I don't have the one that I really like. It's somewhere in here. Somewhere on my computer. But I got all like these sorts of things all over the place to reference poses and stuff. And unfortunately, this doesn't have the construction lines on it like I was looking for. I'm looking for one with construction lines. Maybe it's in here somewhere. There's a lot of horse art still in here. Yeah, I don't know where it is. That's too bad. But it's not too hard to Google, at least. I don't have a specific place I keep all my references. My computer is not particularly organized, but the music is incredibly organized. The art, not so much. Alright, so, since this is all just for practice, I'm gonna leave this be, because I know this isn't that great, these lines, but I'm just gonna keep on going, because it's just for practice, and I'll learn more if I keep on going, and don't just keep restarting, so, let's go over here. Oh, Tender Flutter, hey! How you doing? We are listening to the soundtrack to a show called Aria the Animation. It's the character I am currently drawing. Here, hold up. It's my favorite show in the entire world. It's got a couple different shows, actually, a couple different seasons. There's Aria the Animation, Aria the Natural, and Aria the Origination, plus a bunch of short stuff like Aria the Avenir. Just Aria in general. It's got a bunch of different names following the Aria. But it's my absolute favorite show in the world, and the soundtrack is mwah, beautiful. Oopsie, didn't mean to close it. Whoop. All what's called choro music, I guess? C-H-O-R-O. The series is super laid back. It's not really for everybody. It's like, it's super character driven, and I don't really want to call it drama, but the story that does happen is very laid back. It's very sort of true to real life. Crazy things don't exactly happen day to day for these characters. But that's part of why I enjoy it. Okay, so I've actually changed my settings on... That's kind of messing up the lines. Let's go back to here and fix that. Okay, pressure test. What do I want my pressure to be at? The highest? Yeah, that looks what I want. Because I never push that hard. Apply. Okay. There we go. That's nice. Okay. You know what? That isn't nice. I need it to be slightly less. Stylus. Let's turn it down a bit. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want that. And I don't want this either. What the heck? Alright, this should be fine. What's different? Why is the line so different? Hey, Riptor! Maybe I'll just, stop comparing it to the old line thingy that I had going. File, layer, new layer, raster layer. Inks 3. I will never make up my mind. Put it on the top. Let's start down here now. What's my favorite type of line art? I'll show you actually what my favorite type of line art is. I don't want to listen to this one. I'll show it to you. Just give me one moment. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. My favorite kind of line art is sketchy. I don't know how to describe it, but the line art that I love the most is this kind of sketchy looking thing. There's an artist who does that sort of style named TK Miz. And it looks absolutely great. That's a bit of an animation. There we go. This is actually the kind of line art I like most. Not gonna lie. I don't know why I like it so much. I I don't know how to describe it because it's very messy. Very messy. And I don't even think I'd do that messy. But I'd want to hit in the same vein where like it's very messy but it still comes together and makes a uniform picture. And I don't think this person uses any variation in their lines at all. Everything sticks out entirely through color choice. Also, this person's reading Sigmund Freud, or is it Freud? Whatever, I didn't notice that before. But yeah, I love that style. I can't help it. It looks good. My background on YouTube, the banner on my channel, is by the exact same artist, and it has the same sort of feel to it. 6 people are watching the live stream. Whoa. There. The banner art there. Same sort of thing. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. Alright. No more procrastinating. Back to the art. Sigmund Forkknife. That almost sounds like a pun there, mister. Better be careful. You were very close to another word. Sigmund Fortnite. I said it, you couldn't stop me. Okay. Let's go 15. How's that look? Ooh, that suddenly got really thick. What did I do there? That's not thick enough, though. So if I push down a lot, it's gonna get super thick like that. But I don't want to push down that much. Let's go back to 10. Welcome to this riveting live stream. Where I draw something, then erase it, and then draw something and erase it. Don't call Popo, he'll bring Nana, and then I'll get wobbled. You meanie. Man, there's so many details to try and figure out with this. Is it just the pen sensitivity that I keep setting that makes it like that? So if I do it like this, let's just apply it. I'm gonna try this on the fly. If I apply it, it almost goes instantly to large. It's very hard to get it to go thinner. Actually, I don't think I can get it to go thinner. That might be what I want. Oh, you know what? I have the button now. Ah! There's another reason I wanted to stop using Photoshop. The shortcut for undo in Photoshop CS6 sometimes just didn't work. Sometimes it said nah, and then I had to draw a few lines before it would let me do it again. It sucked. It was a bummer. Alright, so I kind of found what I like. So what that means, what I want is high pressure sensitivity. So if I turn it just a tiny bit down and apply it, that means I'm gonna get only a little bit of variation, right? Why isn't it only giving... Okay, there we go. Now it's working. What the heck? What is this? Are you guys seeing this? What is going on? Why does it do that? Why does it suddenly go from super thin to super thick? I don't get it. Why are you doing this to me? Huon tablet. I tried going all the way down. That didn't work. This music is just goofy enough for what I'm doing right now. trying to figure things out. I know that this isn't what I want either, though. Edit, undo. Oh, again, I have the shortcut. There's so much I don't know, guys. So much to learn. What was that song, So Much Left to Learn? What was that? What movie was that from? Well, what are you doing? Unsupported file format. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Ah, now I'm getting closer to what I want. I think I'm finally figuring out this weird thing. Okay. I'm going to leave it the way it is now. And I'm just going to do this now. Here we go, guys. This is the moment of truth. I'm going in. Doesn't matter if I haven't quite figured out everything I want yet. I'm going to ink this thing. Akari is going to be finished. I'm going to say size 8. Nope, let's go lower. Let's go size 6. Go. If you guys, if I'm not talking, you guys should talk. Ask me things, make me talk, because I get focused. When I get focused, I don't come up with conversation on my own. Clippity clap clap. Guys, you know what it's been a long time since? It's been a long time since I released a song. My favorite Arya character? Well, President Arya isn't actually my favorite character. It's the one I'm drawing currently. Her name is Akari. I like Akari. She's a good character. She is super sappy and likes to comment on pretty everyday things, just like me. Like, everybody else starts complaining about the weather, like, oh, it's raining out and I have to work, and that sucks. And it does suck. I'd be the one who'd comment, "Oh, look, but the puddles make reflections of the sky and it's super pretty." And then my brother would say, "You're so sappy." Some previews? I should do that, actually. You guys probably deserve that much. I don't know what I'd preview, though. I have to think about that. Because a lot of the songs I'm doing are hugs. And if you guys have followed me for a while, you know what a hug is. And I don't want to, like, spoil the fact that I'm doing a hug for that person. You know what I mean? So I'll have to think about an original one. Oh, that's not a good line. Oh, and I don't have to go there and click undo. Oh my gosh. Force of habit. I can just click my mouse. Or my thingy. I could do that, but it'd be a little bit weird. Because I'd be, like, writing lyrics and recording vocals while streaming. And writing lyrics while streaming is fine enough, I guess. I think I could probably do it if I forced myself to. But, but recording, while people are listening to me record and they get to hear all of my bad takes? I don't know, man. Yeah, I did my original sketch in pencil. I do all my sketches in pencil. Actually, I can show a little bit more of what I've done in pencil. This is the other stuff I was planning on messing around with inking at some point. Got this. Load up. This is Toki. Toki from Kimono Friends, which is another good show. She is bad at singing, but also wonderful at singing in her own special way. In her own special off-key way. Which means I relate to this character because sometimes I also feel like I'm terrible at singing. And I forget this character's name, but she is certainly yelling. Also from Kimono Friends. Oop, everything's messed up now. Put that back over there. Yeah. Bad takes are part of the process, you are right. But it's also embarrassing. It's like, man, I completely missed that note. Lately, or actually not lately, but like the last 2 years I've been learning another language, and singing in another language is also really crazy because not only do you have to worry about hitting the right notes, which is more difficult when you're singing in another language just because of the different tonality of everything, I guess, but you also have to like make sure you're saying the right words and not completely messing up the lyrics entirely without realizing. And then people laugh and you're like, what did I do? And they explain what you accidentally said and it's terrible. I think I just need to zoom out. These lines are actually going to be quite thin, but I often do thicker lines over top, so. I have always wanted to learn another language. I have lots of European friends, and they all speak like multiple languages, and I was always jealous of them. I always wanted to know more than one language. I think language is super fascinating. And so I finally buckled down and said I'm going to learn another language. And originally I was going to learn Norwegian, because I like Norway and I want to visit Norway. But then I realized two things. One, it's not very applicable. There's not a whole lot of instances where you can use Norwegian unless you actually live in Norway or work in Norway or something. And two, some of their letters I just cannot physically pronounce. Like their W is like double and or something like that, and I absolutely cannot pronounce it. I've tried a bajillion times. So I wasn't really sure what I was going to learn, but then I ended up meeting a whole bunch of people from Japan, and now I'm going to be visiting a friend who runs a school up in Hokkaido this November. And so about a year and a half to 2 years ago, my mom suggested, well, why don't you just learn Japanese? And I was like, oh, okay, I'll learn Japanese then. And I tried it, and I actually really like the language. You're learning a new alphabet, so you can kind of separate the Roman letters. You could just completely leave them out of your head, and all the pronunciations you assume they make. Which is one of the main problems I had with Norwegian, was I kept reading a W and wanting to read it like an English W, and it always messed me up. But in Japanese, I can look at po and know, oh, I read that as po or pa, not as whatever English version there might be, because there is no English version. There's like just the PA that makes a pa sound. And so, that's a very good spelling. So as a result, I've been learning Japanese, and that's actually why I started watching anime lately, is because, Starzy forced me to, for one. She was like, watch Inuyasha with me, and I was like, I don't wanna, and she was like, but it's good, and so I said, okay. And it was good, it was fun. And then, since then, I've just been immersing myself in a lot of the different language stuff to help me learn. And now, 私は日本語が話せます。よ、ますよ。Oh no, your question isn't too personal. I'm just catching up. I was not a weeb beforehand, Riptor. No, actually, I'm still not a weeb, really. To be a weeb, I'd have to like a lot of anime, and to be honest, most anime is pretty not good. But there's also a lot of really good ones out there. So, it's just like American cartoons. Half of them are bad, and half of them are good. But, as for the name change, it's not a personal question. Actually, the name change, since I'm not really... The pony show kind of lost me at one point. Like, it wasn't that, like, I grew disinterested. It's just it stopped doing a lot of the stuff that I liked, and so I stopped following it. I still love the older seasons. Trust me, I am going to do a rewatch of, like, the first 3 or 4 seasons of My Little Pony again, and it's going to be hype. But I haven't liked the current show in a long time, and so I wanted to start doing music about other things. And I also was trying, like, I was making the Patreon account, and I realized I didn't want to make 2 separate Patreon accounts, and I didn't want to, like, I don't know. I felt it was a lot easier to just combine my art name and my music name. So I took Fritzy Beat and I took Magpies, which was my art name that I was using at the time, and I just combined them into Fritzy Magpies as one big encompassing, this is my art and my music. It's not just Fritzy Beat music anymore. It's not just Magpies art anymore. It's Fritzy Magpies, everything together. Why magpies in the first place? It's my favorite animal. I really like magpies. Yeah, there's really no... I have a big, long story about why I got the name Fritzy Beat and what greater meaning it has. And for magpies, nah, nothing. I just really like magpies. Ooh, that's not a good line. This song, oh my gosh. I like the name Fritzy Beat, and you are still going to be seeing the name Fritzy Beat pop up occasionally. Particularly on other channels, where I still have songs inspired by MLP that are coming out on other people's channels. Particularly, keep an eye on Forever Free Brony's channel, because Forever Free Brony and I have a song that we finished that should come out eventually, but it isn't yet. So, you'll still see the name Fritzy Beat pop up occasionally. You might see one on Undreamed Panic's channel if we ever finish that song. But from here on out, most of the stuff on my channel is going to be under the name Fritzy Magpies, probably. Probably should have made these lines thicker, but I'll just run with it. Yeah, the show lost me around season 5 too. Actually, I'm going to give you guys a recap. I'm so sorry, first of all, to all you people who still love the show. But for me, it was season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was amazing, for sure. Had bits that kind of lost a bit of the charm of season 1, but it replaced it with charming bits of its own. Season 3 had some issues, but again, pretty amazing. I liked it. Season 4 I also liked. That was my first season that I watched live. Season 5? Half and half. The first half of season 5 I absolutely loved. Thought it was great. Then the Luna episode happened, and I thought it was no, what's the word for it? A dumpster fire? Maybe? I don't want to be too cruel, though. I didn't like the Luna episode, and then things kind of went downhill after that, though season 5 was still okay overall. Season 6, I thought, was... personally, and this is all my opinion, guys, but personally, I did not like season 6 at all. There was maybe a couple episodes I liked. Then season 7 was more of the same, with a few standout ones that I really loved, but mostly just season 6 all over again. And I never watched after that. I skimmed through some of season 8 and some of season 9, but I barely finished anything. Like, I barely finished any episodes. MLP just always struck me as a show with a lot of really good ideas that were never really executed to their full potential. As much as it changed the status quo, it also kept the status quo the same in many ways. If you want to know my full thoughts, actually, there's a great video on YouTube by FimFam Philosophy. Was it FimFlam Philosophy? He goes under the name Don Somewhere now. where he talks about what happened to the show. And what he, if I can try and quote him as best I can, he said, when the show started, it was little ponies in a big world. And somewhere along the way, it went from that to big ponies in a little world. And that's really when it lost me. It's actually a great video. I think it's one of his analysis videos with the banana character. With the hair on fire. Look it up sometime. I really shouldn't be playing sad music while I talk about, I'm not into MLP anymore. I'm one of those guys now who left the monster. Although I still have some songs coming out about the show, so what? Not completely. Still stuck in it. Okay, I have to catch up to chat. Yeah, magpies are super cute. PogChamp magpies. I really like magpies. The magpies that we have around where I live are, they've got these like blue wingtips and stuff, and it's super pretty. I still need to come up with a proper character for the Fritzy Magpies channel. For a while I was thinking maybe I'd just draw a magpie with a pilot's hat on and goggles. Just because I thought that'd be funny. It'd be a very Fritzy magpie. Chickadees are cute. There's a lot of chickadees from where I'm from too. And they stick around all winter. They don't fly south for the winter, so you see them all year round. I think magpies see all year round too, but... Okay, I gotta zoom out now, because I'm losing where I am in the picture. Yeah, that looks very coloring book, but I can fix that later. Thicker lines, maybe. Do some thicker lines. Put some thicker lines on the outside. But it looks alright. I think I might have found the pen settings that I like most. Let's see, were there any questions that I missed? I'm scrolling back. Wait, where's the scroll button? Can I just... Ugh. Could it go up? There it is. Oh, I missed Chris joining. I'm doing very good. Thank you. How are you? Can't see what your icon is. It's kind of purple. Mountain doves. I don't know what a mountain dove looks like, but the name alone is very regal. And I like that. The African collared mourning dove. I wonder if there's a kimono friend that is that. What have we got in the playlist going on right now? Let's go up here. You guys want me to change the style of music? Or are you enjoying this? I got lots of different music. I like all sorts of stuff. Let's see. Oop. There we go. How am I gonna do this straight line? Oh my gosh. This is scary. Straight lines are absolutely terrifying when I'm drawing on a tablet. What can I do for this? Wait, maybe if I take a ruler and I hold it up against the tablet. Let's try that. I'm gonna try it. Let's see if it works. That aura is barely straight anyway, so this could fix it. Alright. Some Toy Story music? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I was actually just talking about Toy Story music earlier today. there's a musician by the name of Mezzo Gears. Maybe you guys remember him. I did the song. I did the Song of the Sea song with him. What's it called? To Here and Forever, I think. Actually, you know what? I'll play it because I have it. To Here and for oh, here it is. Kind of quiet. Maybe you guys remember this song, but we were talking, and he was saying, "Oh my gosh, I completely forgot how incredible the Toy Story and early Pixar movie soundtracks are." Oh my gosh. So that didn't quite work out. And I was saying, personally, I like the Finding Nemo soundtrack. Personally, the Finding Nemo soundtrack is my favorite Pixar soundtrack. Yeah, the ruler thing doesn't work, by the way. They don't line up perfectly. It's a complete guessing game. See? What was that? Oh well, that'll do. Yeah, the Finding Nemo soundtrack is gorgeous. Definitely super relaxing. Foxfires. I'll have to check it out. I'm making a mental note. Oh, by the way, you see in the top corner of the screen here? I don't know if you can see it on the stream, actually. But it still says Fritzy Beat, because I don't know how to change it. Otherwise, I would. Maybe you guys can't see it, but... Hold up, do I have locks on my rollers? Well, that helps. I've never heard of John Bellion, actually. First time, right now. Anyway, you know this song. What else can I play? I wish I had the Nichijou soundtrack. That'd be nice. I don't want to play Owl City because then this video will be copywritten. Let's just go back to Aria. Yeah, Owl City. Yeah, you know I like Owl City. I do not play League of Legends. I don't think I've ever played it. I'm not really much of a gamer. I only play Smash Brothers, like Smash Brothers Melee. A little bit of Smash Ultimate too. Wait a minute, did I actually finish doing the initial line out of this? Is that it? Did I actually do it? I didn't do the signature. No, I missed a little bit. Yeah, I've missed some bits. Oopsie. I messed up. There we go. Alright. Where's my eraser? Alright. I think that's it. I mean, I want to add thicker lines in places, but... It's a start. Oh, that needs a line. Let's just add it right now. So I don't know if I added it before, and it needs it. That's super messy down here, but oh well. This is the first try. Learning a new program. Definitely could use some work still. Let's compare with the actual character, see if I made any mistakes. Come on, Firefox. That's the wrong one. There we go. Misspelled it. That's also the wrong one. What are you giving me? There. I think I got close. Did I miss anything? I guess, okay, the thingy comes up a bit. And I didn't do that. So I need to remember that for the future. Is that that thingy doesn't just hang down. There's a bigger collar. Oh, that's the winter clothing. Wait a minute. Maybe I was drawing the summer clothing. Aha! Yes, the summer clothing was like that. I'm a genius. Aha! There we go. There, I'm not insane. I got it right. Oh my gosh. I gotta buy a new mouse. This one's malfunctioning constantly. Oh, Sometimes I click and it decides to click twice. Sometimes I click and it decides not to click at all. Sometimes it delays my clicks. Ooh, it's not fun. That one's missing. That reference is missing the glove. Shame on that reference. Cool. Well, should I do some thicker lines on the outside? Yeah, I think I should. Just to cap this off, let's go size 9 and zoom in. Let's do it sketchy. I'm gonna do a sketchy outside. Instead of trying to make it smooth. We'll add a little bit of life to it, I think. Although I really should be doing this on a different layer. Now that I think about it. Can you tell I'm a newbie? Let's do that. Okay, layer. New layer. Raster layer, I'll call it. Thick inks, I guess. I'll put it above. There we go. Now we're working. Ooh, I love this song. Good song. Oops. Granted, this is the acoustic version, which is still okay. Oh, don't want to block the chat, just in case people talk. Though everyone might be leaving, now that all the interesting stuff is done. Eddie Vandermeer. I have heard the name. Definitely heard the name. Don't know who he is, though. I don't know if I can say who my favorite acoustic musician is. I like a lot of City and Colour, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite, because City and Colour has a lot of songs I don't like, too. I definitely like a lot of the songs on that first album, though. Hello, I'm in Delaware. I think that was the first album. Oopsie. There we go. Oops. My inks are so sloppy. But oh well, it's good practice. Let's go. Who's cool? Who's cool, guys? How about... Yeah, that sounds good. Just to finish off. Yeah, you bet. See you around, dude. Hopefully you'll be seeing more uploads from me soon. Maybe some more streams. Have a good night. Hey, it's Tech Pony. Been a long time. How you doing? I do have a Discord, yes. In fact, I have a public Discord server. I have the links all over. They're in my most recent videos. They're on my Twitter. So if you want to chat with me literally all the time, okay, maybe not all the time, but if you want to chat with me more often, Discord's the place to do it if you go to my public Discord server. Gonna need to add some thick lines to that hand too so it stands out, but I'll do that later once I've done the outside thickness. I am doing chipper, and you can always poke me on Discord, Tech Pony. You have my Discord. But yeah, I understand that. Like, sometimes life gets busy. You can't always poke everybody. It's seriously impossible to keep up with everybody you meet online. I know. I've tried. Man, you can tell that it's getting later because I always get less and less chatty. Like at the beginning of the stream, I was talking non-stop, and I really should continue to talk non-stop because the moment I stop, there's a big silence because I can't wait for other people to talk. If I wait for somebody in the chat to talk and only respond to them, there'll be huge gaps because of the latency. So I really ought to just keep talking to myself until somebody says something in chat. I say as I then slip back into silence and continue to draw. Hey, hat. Big old hat. Let's make it a little sketchy. Because it's a bumpy hat. There we go. It's probably not actually going to look good. But that's what this is for. It's for practice. It's not necessarily to come up with an amazing picture. It's so that I can learn to ink. Alright, let's get rid of the lines. Here we go. What else needs thick lines? Basically anything that overlaps with something. It is a nice person. I was explaining to everyone actually who the character is. The character is my favorite character from my favorite show in the world. A show called Aria. Character's name is Akari. Akari. I love this show. It is an amazing show with an amazing soundtrack. Alright, let's see. I can add a few more lines to this to make it. Let's do a size 7. Then we'll zoom in. Start around the hair. The hair needs some extra thickness. Man, some of these lines early on are so wobbly. From the beginning of the picture. Well, the lines up here, the lines here are also a lot thinner. What was I doing here? I wonder. Well, I'll probably use smoothing on my lines once I learn how to. This is my first time using Clip Studio Paint. Never used it before. I'm not used to using a tablet either. All this is just, like, I am actually just learning things on the fly here. This is just me trying to figure out what brushes I like and stuff. But if I ever learn how to do a smoother on my lines, I will use it. Let's add a little bit of line thickness here so that the hair pops out over top of the hat. This hair should also pop out a bit. Since it's in front of things. Oops. Let's fix that. Oh, again. Hey, Philaki and Cookie Dash. Hello, people. Oh, Olympian Nerd, sorry. I keep missing comments. Is Arya on a streaming service? Yes, Arya, the entirety of Arya, except I believe for the OVAs, which are kind of important, so you do want to watch the OVAs if you ever watch it. But most of Arya is on Crunchyroll. But outside of that, I know that just recently, Arya's like being dubbed in English. I know, which is crazy for a show from 2005 that they're finally doing a dub for it. But it was like all crowdfunded and stuff, which means that they're going to be putting out like Blu-rays of it for the first time. So I know I'm going to be getting a Blu-ray of my favorite show in the world. I don't know about the dub. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I know that the voice actor for Ash Ketchum is doing the main character. So that's a bonus. Also, I think the first, like, 2 or 3 episodes of Arya are available for free on YouTube. Like, whatever company owns the streaming rights for it put the first bunch of episodes out for free. So if you look up Arya the Animation, episode 1 or 2, you'll find it on YouTube for free. And it's completely legal, so... Just saying. Mac. Yeah, I know I use a Mac. Make fun of me. Go ahead. Oopsie. Make fun of me for my terrible line art skills before you make fun of my Mac. Let's oh, maybe not the right way. Not the right direction. I'll just do this line especially squiggly. Because if I do it squiggly, it'll actually come out looking straighter than if I did it straight. That's my assumption anyway. Because there's no way I'll be able to do a straight line without using a ruler on a tablet. Unless I have like a tool for that, which I don't know where it is. So, I'll improvise. Alright, how's that looking? Am I missing something? Oh yeah, I want to do those lines a little bit thicker. These lines are a little bit thicker. And only some of this line a bit thicker. Eraser. Alrighty. Let's zoom out. Oop, that's our button. Hold shift for straight lines on PC. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same on Mac. I'd have to test it out. What am I missing here? I guess I'm missing a line there. Yeah, I'm missing a line there. Huh? Did I do something here? Oh, I have it on white. What the heck? What did I do? What did I have it? What did I set it for? Okay, there we go. Right, I want to do... Whoops. Zooming in and out is confusing for some reason. Well, I think I learned a lot. I can say that much. It's not ideal, but it's a place to start from. Aw, thank you, Falaki. I don't know if shift... I'm gonna try it, though, right now. I'll just save this real quick. Akari Inks attempt. Might need to add a few more thicker lines. But, bread! It might be time for bread for me, honestly, pretty quick here. It's basically bedtime. That arm turned out a little bit thin. Why does it keep blurring? I don't get it. Hey, no worries. I'm glad to be of help, offering beginner tips and stuff. I tried my best to be helpful anyway. As you can see, I'm still very much a beginner when it comes to inking stuff, so... I'll get there. Eventually. Just gotta keep practicing. Well, I think... Oh, thank you. You're nice. I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight, because I gotta wake up tomorrow. Go to work. That'll be fun. Working again. There's the original pick. It's so much easier to do this in pencil. And... there. It came out okay. I am pretty proud of it, I guess. Alright, well, thank you guys for all your help. Thanks for chatting with me. And, I don't know, maybe I'll get to do another stream like this at some point. I'd love that. Have a good night, y'all. And hopefully I delay the closing of the stream long enough that... Ooh, whoa, I can move what people see. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. Let's not do that. Night, everyone. Oyasumi nasai.